All right, so now we're looking at the probabilities for an experiment. So the probability is a numerical, so it's always a number, indicator of the chance of an event occurring. So a standard die is rolled. What's the sample space? So what could you possibly get? And you could either get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. And make sure you put commas in between them. Right. Should be B, but we'll say it's C. Calculate the probability that a 4 is rolled. So if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay, you've got 6 chances, and they only want a 4, so your number of favorable outcomes is 1. So therefore, your probability of a 4 is 1 chance, okay, because remember we speak about what we're talking about at the top, and we put our total at the bottom, over 6, because there's 6 chances. Let's look at another one. Calculate the probability that more than a 4 is rolled. So that would be 5 and 6. So how many of those possible outcomes? The number, there's 2 of them. And how many altogether? 6. So you're going to go 2 over 6, and then you're going to bring that down to the lowest, which is 1 over 3. Always bring it down to the lowest. E, calculate the probability that at least a 4 is rolled. So it could be a 4, a 5, or a 6. So now you've got 3 possible outcomes out of how many? 6. Bring that as low as you can, and that would be a half. Calculate the probability that less than 4 is rolled. So that would be a 1, a 2, or a 3, which gives you 3 outcomes. And therefore, 3 over 6, bring that down to a half. All right, let's look at another one. One more. Calculate the probability of rolling an odd number. So 1's an odd, 3's an odd, 5's an odd. So those are 3 out of 6, gives you a half. And 2 standard dice are rolled. Okay, so now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 2 faces are added together. Determine how many elements are there in the sample space. Well, there's 6 times 6, 36. Okay. Use the table to determine the sample space. So you're going to go 6 on the top, 6 down the bottom, and then you're going to go add them together. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, so you've got all of those. Perfect. Now, it says calculate the probability that a total of 4 is rolled. So how many times? I can see it 1, 2, 3. So number of favorable outcomes is 3. Oh, sorry. Let me just go back up. Is 3. The probability of at least a 4 would be 3 times over 36 chances. Bring that down as low as you can. All right. So your D, calculate the probability that a total of more than a 4 is calculated. So you count and you get 30. So that's 30 over your total, which is 36. And you remember, always bring it down to your lowest. E, calculate the probability that a total of at least 4. So you look at all the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. You add them up, and you get 33. Oh, no, I'm sorry, you don't. You look at all the 4s, the 5s, and the 6s, and the 7, anything up above 4. 4 and above. And you get 33. So that gives you 33 out of your total of 36. Bring it down as low as you can. And if calculate the probability that a total less than 4 is rolled. So that would be all the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. So there's 3 of those. 3 out of your whole is 36. Bring it low, you get 1 over 12. And then the probability of rolling even. So you got to count all your evens. You got 18. 18 divided by 36. 18 over 36, and that gives you a half. I think by this stage, you know what to do. So why don't you just show me?